Hello, everyone. Let's wait for a few minutes and then we'll start. Just give me a second. Alexa, play Kabhi Aar Kabhi Paar remix. Kabhi Aar Kabhi Paar, Baby Doll remix by Sona Mohammed on Amazon Music. Alexa, volume 6. Alexa, stop. Alexa, play soothing piano.
Here's a station for you. Classical piano on Amazon Music.
Hello, everyone. So it's 7 now. So, we can start it. But before we start, I would like to tell you like this is December is going on, or we are planning for the new year. So it's already, end of the year, and I want to end it with, series of all the inspiring painting, including the Christmas also. So even Christmas also, I have a plan with respect to Christmas also. And just give me a second. So I have a plan for the Christmas also. So let's do that. And I'll be planning this streaming into platform weekly twice. And I will send out the schedule by, today or tomorrow. And for the today's painting, we are focusing on the almond blossom, which is one of the famous painting. And why I have taken it, because this is something very inspiring painting, which is related to the new beginning, because that was a gift from the Vincent van Gogh, who is very renowned painter, to his brothers, newly born kid. So that is a new life and new beginning. So I would like to start my painting series with this painting. And there is another reason also. When I started repainting, right after a long gap, after coming into the IT industry, this was my first painting actually, which I started. So it's like again restarting the journey with you all. So let's start anything, this painting from the beginning, because this is very, it's having so many techniques. I can elaborate more and you will get to know. And also moreover, it's more on the blooming. So it's more happiness side, so I want to include that also. So before I directly start into the painting, I want to show you, certain techniques about that. So let me share my screen. So you can see my screen. So this is what the painting. So you can see in the background, especially in the background side, you know, that is a teal. It's a like turquoise mixed with the blue. So if you see in the side of the paintings, it's a slightly darker as compared to the middle part. And if you observe closely this painting, especially these, blooms, flower blooms, it's almond blooms, right? So you will see the slightly lighter shade around that. So which is indicating, brighter. It's like light, right? Lighting effect. So it is showing the brighter side of it. Even if you see the branches, there are multiple layers within the branches also. So this particular painting is because it's a repetitive pattern. You learn the technique in one, and same you have to apply in all the branches. So let's start doing that. So let me fix my, camera. Just a minute. Just give me a second. So let's start this. This is my canvas. And you can use paper also, but I would suggest you can use for this particular painting, you can use canvas directly. Reason is you will be able to do, I believe that. And let's start that. So what colors I'm going to use it? They are limited colors because we are going to dedicate only 30 minutes for this painting today. So we'll do in multiple series. So I have a Pathello blue with me, and then turquoise deep, and this is ultramarine blue, titanium white. Black we'll see, because black comes when we start doing branching. So before that, lot of work has to be done. So we'll see whether we'll be using black today. And then there is a, you know, unbleached titanium white comes, which is white only, but it is unbleached, means it will be slightly, you can say not grayish, not brownish. It is somewhat cream type of, it's unbleached white. So that also we are going to use it today. So these are the total 6 colors we are going to use it, including black. So I have taken, my palette is already ready. So we'll do this particular is a Pathelo blue, and then this one is a turquoise deep and ultramarine blue and white and black. This is, so let's start that. Let me take some water. I'm going to use the broad brush. This is the broader brush. And I will start with the darker side, which is mostly on the side area. So what I'll do, I already have a turquoise, I want to give more shade turquoise as compared to bluish, because that is also in original painting also, it's more turquoise as compared to blue. So this is, I mixed with some white. You can see my palette. And then I will take some Pathelo blue also. So it will be turquoise, but it will be, slightly bluish side, darker, somewhat like this. So you can check with the original painting, and if it is slightly variations are also there are no issue with that. So if slightly variations are also there is no issue. And we'll start doing that with side first. Let's start with the side. And you can, when you are brushing, right, you are using the brush, you can take the stroke like this. One side, then reverse. One side and reverse. And you can do faster also. But because it's a mindful, you can do with music, and slowly also you can do. There is no issue. So there are criss-cross technique also comes like this. That also cover, uh, canvas faster, and moreover, it will be uh, uniformly, color will be distributed. So that also crisscross. See, slowly you will learn everything. Beginning, I don't want to teach everything. Okay. And the way you are painting anyway is fine, as long as you are able to understand how to, paint. Because it's a very beginner series we are starting with. Let's do the side first. And color is over. So let's take some water and more turquoise and with white. Okay. See, there are so many variations has been created for this painting. Even with the red background, black also it's been done. So whatever way it comes for you, that is also fine. It's not necessarily exactly the same painting. You can use a different variations also. That is also fine. And just enjoy that activity while doing that. Enjoying these strokes are important, especially. So this is what, we are doing the side, and I want, more turquoise side. So that is also coming. Now for the middle part, you can mix white slightly with the same shade. Now it is, lighter shade came, and you can start doing that. Okay. Crisscross you can do. See, this is first layer only, but because we don't have any other layer over that, After that, immediately flowers are there. So ensure, right, it is slightly properly mixed. Otherwise, with flower, that effect will not come. That lighting partner I was telling. So for that only we are going to use unbleached titanium white. So still we are just, covering the remaining part. Okay. Because I'm streaming in two platforms, na, so even I am slightly concerned whether it's working or not. Okay. Let me again share the screen. Ah. So you can see that, right? It almost came like that only. Okay. So we have covered that. Now quickly we have to take a titanium unbleached white. So unbleached white will be more, white side, but it will be cream white, you can see. With the same brush, you can take it and just dip the brush in the same color. Okay. And you put something in middle, some strokes in the middle and start mixing it. Because that initial layer is still, wet. So it will be mixed also. So we want, effect on top of that layer. Not otherwise we would have mixed it, right? We want that creamish part, especially cream shade coming over, above all these layers. That is the reason we didn't mix it and we are mixing on top of that. What you can do, you can use other brush also. Other, dry brush, you can use it. So that is called the dry brushing technique also. You will learn. If you'll use the dry brush now, it will be mixed properly and even a specific, brush pattern also will not be coming because this is what we want. We want that to be merged into the background. So that this technique is called the dry brushing because we are not using color. We are just, uh, using the brush, dry brush, and we are trying to blend the existing colors only. And just now take some more white. And now again do the dry brushing. And just move towards the edges. And this side you can see there's so many patterns are there. See, it's fine to have those patterns. There is no harms in keeping those. We'll try to blend it if we can. Otherwise, there is no issue if it came also. Because there are a lot of, I already told you, there are a lot of, variations of the same painting. So it's not compulsory everything is blended. It's more on we are focusing more on the technique here. And moreover, it's more, joyful activity. This is what we want. So you can still blend it. See, it's already ready. Base is ready, but I'm just taking some time. Just to blend it. So 15 minutes we already covered. Within 15 minutes, it should be You can take your own time. But if you have a time constraint, you can allocate certain time and then leave it, because layering part, you will never be satisfied with that. You will want, edges also to be fine the way, right now I'm doing it. But just allocate certain time, 15 minutes for this background, and then finish it. The way it is, leave it. I already told you, see, we are not focusing on, perfect strokes and all. It is more on the mindful side we are focusing. So do not focus too much on, giving a perfect background and all. Allocate the time and finish it. So I'm taking some more turquoise color, because from palette it is already over slightly. And this side, especially on, very last edges, I'm just blending, because this is some additional I'm doing it. It's not. And just some, especially on the side area, so that that darker part, especially, it's visible. It's up to you how you want to, even it's not compulsory the way you want to put a branches, everything you have to do it. Just learn the technique using this painting. It's more on the repetitive side. So it will help you to learn the technique and, use the brush strokes. So that's all. So we are done with this. Okay. Tejas, now just dry it. So I have a dryer with me and I will dry it, because I have to draw the branches. So for that, surface should be dried. That is the reason I'm using dryer. You can just touch it, then you will come to know that it is dried or not. And we haven't used texture, so it will dry fast. So it is dried now. So let me share my screen. So either you can refer the painting I would suggest you refer it because there is a specific branches we might have to create that. And this is a painting, and refer that and just create the branches. Flowers are not required. If you want to copy that, in the sense paper, that thing come, right, carbon paper and all, but what will happen, carbon etc will leave its imprints. Do not use carbon. I have a chalk with me, you can use chalk. Do not use pencil, because pencil can it's a sharp, so it can remove the paint, if something went wrong. But with chalk you can easily remove it, with water also, water and tissue. So let's start drawing the pattern in the sense branches. And when you're doing the branches, just follow the you know painting. And it's not compulsory you use it exactly, but because we are drawing that, so we can refer that, otherwise it's up to you. So initial bottom two branches is a thick branches, so just draw as per the picture painting. And remaining branches are fine only. So if it is you're very new to painting, so you can leave few branches also, that is also fine. Focus more on the technique side, especially. It's not necessary you just do everything in one go. You can just draw the few branches, and rest you can leave it. Whatever you way you are comfortable, you can do that. Okay. So we are 7:22 now. We'll see how much we can complete by 7:30. Okay. And I think only drawing part we'll be able to complete today. So start with the thick part first. And remember, it's not straight. See the way m- my chalk is flowing, na, it is not lined. If you might have seen almond branches, or especially that, spring season trees are there, na, it will never be straight. It will be totally zigzag format. So same way, and that also looks good if it is exactly zigzag. Okay. So different trees have a different tendency, and draw it carefully, because that will be our base. That is the main, actually, characteristic of the painting. Only flower and branches, that's all. So feel free to give any direction. That is also fine. But ensure you are, doing a zigzag pattern. So many artists, when they, rebuild this painting, even in the bigger frames, original is very small frame only, not that big. But when recreated, it's been recreated. So different artists, experimented with the different background. Even few with the, darker shades, few will be the red. But technique is same, only background, different background. So it came out very well. But original is original. It gives its, its own sense of completion. Just observe the painting and how these blooms are coming. Everywhere it will never be uniform. Some places it will be buds, some places flowers, it's a bunch of flowers all together. Some, and few are just, birds, and few are just simply branches. So while painting, because we are painting the natural elements, and if you focus on the depth of technique it's been built, so you will understand it's more towards Although it is uh, very near to, you know, modern art, expressionism, but slightly it's a realism also. Just give me a second. Tejas, put a chat. Okay, that's fine now. So we'll continue, and it's more towards realism. Realism means it's expressionism. Like, see the way I'm painting right now, you can see that. The way, last birds comes, it's totally zigzag. It's been, created referring the original tree only. So there is a story behind that. So that was the toughest time of the, artist. And so he was used to, still he used to do, a lot of paintings referring the nature. That is the reason, Vincent van Gogh's, most of the paintings are nature oriented. And that is referring the actual nature. Few are from the original. I mean, it's from the uh, mind only, but few are from the referring the actual trees and then flowers. And it is really difficult to replicate. If you see closely, look into that. Now it is really difficult to replicate everything. So we will not try to replicate, but the detailing which has been given. Now, if you just zoom out and closely look into that, especially the top branches, which I am doing right now in the original painting, came out really well actually. See how it came out. For drawing only, na, it's taking time for me. And but it came out beautifully actually. See, we'll try to do as much as possible and let's see how it comes. And once you learn the technique for the one branch also, same has to be done for the all branches. And take your own time. Do not try to just finish it. And you can slowly divide it and slowly you can do that. And if required, you can use a bigger frame also. But my suggestion is if you are beginner, start with a smaller frame, the way I'm using right now. And this is the branch and few additionally you can draw that. See, there are so many, I left it actually. If you'll observe it, everything I'm not doing. So, especially I like, the branches where flowers are not there. You can see that there is only, small birds will be there, but the way branches has been drawn, right? It's awesome actually. And it is not the straight line, you normally we paint it, we'll make it, it's a proper zigzag and then birds is coming, then again, it is going in that pattern. And these are normally seasonal, trees. So with this, actually, I am done, but I'll just slightly here also in this place, I'll add one more branch. And we'll see how it will come, after this. And if something is remaining, we will paint it, no issue. And we have to leave the, side also, if you remember, for the framing. So that is a canvas where we need a frame. And the original painting is on different canvas where it's a wooden, so we have to leave some margin from the side. So I'll just stop it here only. And with this, it's already 7:30, and you can see the paint, what we have done today. And I'm happy with the result. I hope you too. This is front. And let's see. Just give me a second. I'll share my screen. Okay. So with this, we have completed, this particular painting, today's one. And you can see from the middle, that lighter shade is coming the way it is there in original. And the side is a darker, and everywhere it's not the darker shade. That is the reason at the end I have used those. So you can see here. And the middle part is, so it came out, I'm happy with results. And let's see in the next session. So in next session, what we are going to do it, mostly it will take at least 3 to 4. And we'll see, maybe one branch I'll do it, and then remaining I'll give it, as a homework or something like that. We'll see how much time it will take. And during live, it takes more time because of, multiple cameras and all. And next, we have to use the black. So entire these branches, we will be, giving the base layer as a black. So this is normally, we do all the paintings. So we'll start with the, black. Reason is, on top of black, we'll put some other shades so that reflection comes. So we'll cover that in our next painting, restreaming session. And with today's session, I'm pretty happy. I hope you also enjoyed that. And if you haven't done it, please, you have a time, weekends, please complete till here, seeing the recording, and join my next session to do it together. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Bye bye. Take care. I'll see you in my next live stream. Bye bye.